Alright, we are live. Hey, YouTube. Oh, it's been a while since I've done a Let's Talk. Um, I will be getting ready for bed. I'll think of a topic to talk about. Then, I'll think about it as I'm getting ready for bed and what I'm going to say. Kind of get a basic idea, outline for my thoughts. Because that's what I do for Let's Talk. Sometimes I'll spend even longer than one night thinking about it. Maybe it's something that I've thought about for several weeks, and then finally I present it to you guys. But lately, I think about the topic, then I go to bed, and I forgot it the next morning. But today's topic, I remembered, and so yeah, let's get into it as I'm on my walk to work on a relatively nice day. It's not super freezing cold. I want to guess it's about 40 based on what the last few days have been. 40, 41, Still cool. Would like it to be warmer so I don't have to wear these jackets. Got 2 layers on, but we're going to talk about using basic math to calculate your bedtime. That's right. And this is very, very basic math. You can even do this on your hands, just counting fingers. So if you're not good at math, don't worry. Calculators can also for this, especially if you have. I have an app called Time Calculator, so it lets you put in different like hours and minutes and subtract minutes and hours from that and stuff, and it's cool. But here's the thing. So my goal, which I am very bad at, is get to bed by 10:30. Get to bed by 10 and wake up at 6. I'm very bad at that. Part of it's because I'm a public extrovert, private introvert, and so one of the ways that I get my alone time that is like completely alone is, during the day, if friends want to do something and I'm available, yeah, we'll go do something. I've got work during the day. Spend time with family, watching YouTube videos or who knows what. Yeah, sure, we'll do stuff like that. Then at night, when everyone's asleep and I don't have to worry about, does someone want to spend time with me? Could I or should I be spending time with somebody like my mom? I don't have to worry about it because they're all asleep. And so I can just have a little bit of fun on my computer. I can watch some YouTube videos all by myself. I can work on a script or do a little bit of things that don't make a whole lot of noise. I put my headphones or earbuds on. I can do that. Now, I don't think it's like the best for productivity. I would really like to get to bed on time when possible, because sometimes I work the night shift, so it gets out around 10:30. But if possible, I would like to get to bed on time, wake up around 6, be able to do stuff in the morning, because a lot of stuff that I want to do as well is kind of only a daytime thing, because filming, you need light, don't want to wake other people up, stuff like that. But there are some things that I can do during the night, like writing on my script or some editing if I have a project. So it's not too bad to stay up late. But the other thing, too, that really thought about was, like, a lot of times I'll go to bed thinking, okay, I'm going to set my alarm for, like, 12 because I need lots of sleep. Set my alarm for 12 because that gives me an hour to get ready, so then I can leave the house by 1, and then it takes me 41 minutes, about an hour, to walk to work, so then I'll be at work by 2. Cool. And then I end up waking up at like 10 or 9. And I'm not bothered that I wake up then. It's not other people waking me up. It's just I need 8 hours of sleep. That's something that I've found, is that I average 8 hours of sleep each night. Sometimes a little more if I'm extra tired. Sometimes, well, I don't know about less, but there's sometimes more. And so with this 8 hours of sleep, I can math and figure out, my bedtime and what time I need to go to bed. And a lot of this really depends on, like, are you being productive at night Or are you just staying up just because? Because I mean, like last night, I think I got to bed around 1 or so. And, before going to bed, I played a few games on my computer. Not live or anything, but I played a few games and then went to sleep, and it was nice. I kind of wanted to, so I did. And what am I? Seriously, I don't think that should even be street legal. It's too bothersome and annoying. And I can still hear it. Anyways, so I'm able to kind of math and figure out so if you're not being super productive at night with projects and things that are not only really benefiting you but other people as well, like this YouTube channel, if I'm, then you might want to consider getting to bed on time. Oh, it's getting warm. Getting to bed on time and then waking up at a good time too, so that you can take advantage of daylight hours, morning, when you're not gonna bother other people. I mean, unless you're in a spot where you can work late into the afternoon and you won't bother people. Forgot that my microphone was inside of my sweater. Let's just see. Okay, we'll tuck you inside of my work shirt. Oops, you're twisted. There we go. So, kind of once you figure out like what you're doing, can it be worked on a little bit at night, or should you do it more during the day? And you figure out like what your work schedule is, what stuff that you want to do. Because obviously a 9-to-5 job is going to be really controlling of your sleep schedule, as opposed to like my job at Dollar Tree that always fluctuates. And not very often do I work in the morning, which I like the morning shifts kind of because they force me to wake up on early, and then I get out of work earlier, a little more time to do stuff during the day because it just naturally wakes me up. But then also I don't work those very often, so I kind of sort of don't like those because they're not regular enough. That's my job. Your job is probably different. But what I recommend when we're going to start mathing our bedtime is, first of all, take a day when you don't work. Maybe for you it's the weekend or whatever, and find out how much time you need to sleep, okay? Just go to bed. Don't necessarily worry about getting to bed on time, but maybe not super late. But make sure that you go to bed at some point and you just sleep. Turn off any and all alarms. Make sure you don't have anything going on the next day that you need to wake up for, and just sleep. And then, also make sure you're not super tired when you do this, because it's going to be different when you're super tired. Make sure it's just a normal day where you did normal exertion, things like that. Then you wake up whenever you're going to wake up. And note about how long you slept. Doesn't have to be exact, but just an approximate number of hours. For me, that's 8. And I would do it more than once to really make sure because, maybe you were super tired and you didn't think it. But do that a few times and just kind of till you get a feel for how long your body likes to sleep. When you've done that, then you can math your bedtime, which is actually pretty easy. So from 10 to 6, the bedtime that I want to have, that's 8 hours, nice and easy. So then, if I go to bed at 11, or wait, was it 10? I'm lost. 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, that's 5, 4, 5, 6. 6 is 8 hours. Seems like I had my alarm set to 7 for some reason. But yeah, 10 to 6 is 8 hours. So if you go to bed at 11, you can wake up at 7. If you go to bed 12, You can wake up at 8, and it keeps on progressing. You can easily math it, especially when you're talking about like 12. Because if you go to bed at 12, then the time that you wake up at is going to be the number of hours. So from 12 to 1 is 1 hour. That means I got 1 hour of sleep. Great. But, say you wake up at 9, there's 9 hours of sleep. And I don't know what it is for me. Something just kind of sort of randomly changed one time in me. And so not only did I have a good little streak where I was getting to bed on time, if not closer to, and I'm still not perfect, but I've been better because, I used to get to bed at like 2 in the morning, but now I'm getting to bed closer to 12, which is good. But you can easily math after that, and then, say you get to bed at 1 and you want 8 hours of sleep, it means you need to wake up at 9. So you can quite easily calculate your bedtime, figure out when you need to go to bed, and this could also be useful for, in some ways, maybe maximizing your time. Because I don't know if this is a thing or not, but I assume it's a thing. But let's say that, because, no, I actually kind of sort of used to be this way. Like, I forget how old I was. We'll say 15, maybe younger. If I remember correctly, it was a situation where if I got to bed on time, and then, I could wake up in the morning. I forget how many hours away, but I could wake up at a certain time. But I needed an alarm to wake me up, and then I could get up and do stuff if I really, really wanted to. If I didn't, then yeah, I was turning that thing completely off and going back to sleep. But I could wake up. If I didn't have an alarm, then I wouldn't wake up, and I would sleep for longer. And I don't remember if I just needed more sleep specifically or not, but where I'm going with this is I think there are some people where, you might be able to get, let's say, just 8 hours of sleep. You might be able to get that, and everything will be fine. If you don't have an alarm set, then your body's going to sleep longer for some just because reason. But, like, you like sleep. But if you have an alarm set and you get 8 hours, then you'll be good to go. So then, in this case, then figuring out your bedtimes could maximize some things too. You think about what time you have to. Let's say you woke up late one day just because you could, or it was your day off, so you woke up later in the afternoon, or maybe I don't know, whatever, you woke up later in the afternoon. Maybe you had to go to work in the afternoon, so you didn't wake up till a little bit before. But you woke up later in the afternoon just because it happened. And you want to maximize your awake hours to get stuff done. Especially if you got some things you can do at night. Maybe not necessarily get super productive stuff done, but you just want to watch some things. Because there's nothing wrong with taking a little bit of time for yourself to watch some YouTube or Netflix or whatever it is that you watch. Nothing wrong with doing a little bit of that here and there. So, or even regularly, but that's for another topic. So in this scenario, mathing your bedtime is a really good idea, because let's say you got work the next day. So you're working to maximize your bedtime. Well, yeah, you're working to get right number of hours of sleep while maximizing your awake hours. And again, you're the type of person that would sleep longer if they can, but you're perfectly fine, healthy, and functional with a minimum, say, 8 hours of sleep. So mathing out your bedtime, then you can say, okay, so that means the latest I can go to bed is, I don't know, this. Like, we'll take last night. I went to bed at 1, and I woke up at 10. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 8 hours of sleep. I actually got a little bit more because my alarm was supposed to go off at 10, but it went off at 10:30, so I had to get ready a little bit faster than usual. But I got ready, and I'm here walking to work now. I should arrive there I don't know. If I don't arrive on time, I'll probably be like 2 minutes late or so, maybe a little bit more. Nothing super serious, but so calculating your bedtime, then you don't need to wake up. I need to go to bed at 1 in order to get my 8 hours of sleep. If I'm waking up at 10, it gives me an hour to get ready, so then I can be out the door by 11. It takes me 41 minutes, about an hour to walk to work to be there by 12. Cool. And I'm trying to think when I woke up yesterday. I don't remember because I didn't work yesterday, so I know I didn't wake up super early. But yeah, anyways, mathing your bedtime is great. It's good for, at certain times, helping you figure out what time you need to go to bed. So, you can maybe stay up a little bit longer and work on stuff. And then, you can figure out when to set your alarm as well. Especially I imagine if you were in, like, let's say it's after my mission, I'm not working at Dollar Tree, then, and I'm doing video editing as a job, and, I don't have to be, like, on set and stuff. I'm just at my house doing editing for clients on my computer. Then I can wake up almost any time that I want to and do it. And so, if I did have a late night of being on set, it'd be really easy to math out when I need to wake up. So then, I set my alarm for whatever time 8 hours the next day is. And from there, I can then know that I'm going to most likely wake up at that time when my alarm goes off and get some editing done. And then from there, I can then use math to slowly just work things an hour until I'm back to my normal bedtime schedule if I want to, if I need to. So yeah, anyways, there is mathing your bedtime. It's, now that I think about it, not quite as useful as I thought it was going to be for like everyday stuff, because, this is something where you try and have a regular bedtime, but for those moments where you're a little irregular, where you wake up a little late and you still want to maximize the amount of time that you're awake, well, there you go. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys liked this video, leave a like down below. That was a rose twig with thorns. Ugh. But yeah, like the video if you liked it. And check out my other stuff on the channel if you're new around here, because Let's Talk is one of the many things that I do. So if you're not interested in this, you might be interested in some of my other stuff. Maybe my short film Airborne Death will catch your eye. And if any of this catches your interest, if you like it, get subscribed. Click the bell icon, because a lot of my videos get 0 views.